And happy Sunday, everyone. How is everyone doing? I'm up early because we got to be out on a situation early this morning. But when I looked at my email was loaded with um, videos and things of that nature about a young lady um, saying that she was the last person to take a picture with Dolph or whatever. Now, those emails I truly believe are sincere. When I see people going from post to post posting certain things, that's an agenda. They want people to see certain stuff, okay? And I just delete them. Um, well, when I first saw those pictures, because in initially, okay, I'm a realist. When I first looked at them, I went, who photoshopped these pictures? They look photoshopped to me. They could very well not be, but you have to think about why. It seems like people are pulling out all stops. First, a fake pregnancy, and people was believing that. Now, you got a young lady who has come up from out of nowhere 6 months later talking about I was the last person to take a picture with him. That was alarming to me. How does she know? She don't know, dog. For all she know, um, he could have gone somewhere else. You know what I mean? She don't he could have went to a party and snapped up some pictures. How does she know that she was the last person to take a picture with him? You have to watch people's words, okay? And then she was all on TikTok. Y'all don't be so easily misled, okay? I see that people are pulling out all stops, okay? Why it could be actually to confuse the people. It makes you think about how deep this situation has to be. Either that or people just, people just see that they can make a lot of money. They want to go viral. And anything as it relates to this situation, they see if it sounds good enough could possibly go viral. Now, she could have very well taken a picture with Dolph at the Ruth Chris, but I'm telling you the picture looked photoshopped to me. So I just don't easily believe what a whole lot of people have to say, because number one, I know when people are making plays, I know, and they understand that I know when people are being paid, when people are working together and doing certain things, their delivery might be different. You might not even necessarily know that they're working together, but it's all to confuse people. So it kind of lets you know either they're working, they're being paid, or they're just trying to get some money. But you ain't making that much money on YouTube. So it means that somebody is being paid. And hey, it ain't nothing wrong with I don't have anything to do with how people make their money. But I just want people, I think it bothers me. I'm so passionate about it because for a long time I've seen how the media has confused especially our community. And then you have a lot of people that look just like us that could possibly go a long way that take money and was planted from the very beginning to confuse the people, not me, because I'm not easily confused. That's why I'm a threat, because they understand that I can't be bullied or confused. I don't know why a vlogger thought that they could bully or confuse me anyways. I guess because I'm so laid back. Okay. I guess they just realizing how dangerous I can be when provoked and threatened, because I know the laws. Okay. But people have to try you. Okay. But I don't want us to be so easily um confused and allow people to play with our minds. It ain't no different than what I be talking about as far as these politicians, what they get together and do. You know, that's what they do to us. We got to take the opportunity and research stuff and not just believe it because somebody say it. Even me. If I say something, you better believe it's because I've looked into it. And then if I think something, I'll say it's because, I just kind of think this. I have no proof. I make it a point to say that. But I'm not going to purposely try and mislead people with my BS because to a lot of people, this is a game. And then they get people in trouble. They start calling downtown. And that's what I'm saying. They start that's misleading people, and people are so easily misled. Okay. They start sending people out. People start getting themselves in trouble. As I was saying last night, the ladies, they're so easily sent out. And then they get somebody like me that's not going to play with them. And then they end up in jail taken away from their children. And a lot of them have kids. Okay. So all I'm saying is keep an open mind, because there is an agenda and I see it exactly for what it is. I do. I see it exactly for what it is. And I do believe that there are a lot of people on here that's sincere. But there are even more people that are on here as plants and playing games. Okay. And I think it's a shame before God. If God has given you a gift to tell your people the truth, and then you take money to try and confuse them, or you see it as an opportunity uh, to try to get bigger by confusing them. But a lot of these folks just they was paid to begin with. Okay, so as far as that video of that young lady, I don't know if that's true. I don't know who that young lady is. It's kind of weird to me that she would, just like the young whoever these folks was that said she was pregnant or whatever. This stuff is all starting to come out right now, so it's something that's getting ready to go on, that people have an agenda. They want to confuse people. They want to get the people all emotional and riled up because oh, okay, it's okay. It's some court dates coming up. Okay. That just hit me, you know, for some of these people. Some bond hearings and things of that nature. But here's the thing about that. Stuff like that don't really bother me because it does not changing the narrative or trying to change the narrative on the internet does not change the case. It has nothing to do with the case. It's all about keeping the people emotional, you know. Well, I believe that they convicted an innocent man. Maybe they can get some jurors, um, and put that into the atmosphere, and they can get some jurors or something, somebody that might be a future juror to believe that. Okay. But we don't know the type of evidence that the police have. And so I would advise, and I'm not trying to tell anybody not to believe what they want to believe. I think you should. But when you believe something and you're trying so hard to convince other people, that means that turns it to something else. Because the truth can stand alone. You don't have to try to do no convincing. It's gonna stand alone. Okay. So all of these people that's coming up on TikTok, all this you have to watch when a whole lot of stuff start happening at one time. And it comes from different people because I know certain people work together, and this person might be able to convince half the people. This other person's personality is different. They might be able to convince the other half, but they're all working together. They understand that they can't change a case. They have no influence over an MPD case. or no other case, or Mississippi case or nothing else, whatever case. That's how you know that there are people that are working in the background. It's about trying to save some images. Okay. That's what it's about. That's when you know people are running scared because they have people to start putting stuff into the atmosphere. So, what it all boils down to, I would say keep an open mind. Wait until you see what the prosecution has to, what the prosecution is going to present. We don't even know all of that yet. Don't be so easily influenced. That would be my answer. Don't be so easily influenced. I'm not easily influenced. I kind of just stand firm. And when people give information, I watch the person. Okay. It can't just sound good to me. I start looking at the person to see what their pattern is. A lot of people don't do that. They just run with information. They don't look at or pay attention to who's putting that information out. And that's why I say, y'all, we have to stop being, especially in our community, so influenced. I think I was talking about how um when there's a election season and they have people that are standing out at the polls with ballots. Okay, they're standing out at the polls with ballots. And when you're in some of the white communities and you have people standing out there, they'll say, here's the ballot, vote for this person. They'll say, we don't need no ballot, no ballot. Y'all think we didn't do our research before we got here? We know exactly who we're going in there to vote for. But in the black community, black people say, well, I'm going to exercise my privilege. And when they decide to exercise it, they have not done any research on any of the candidates and they'll go and just vote for anybody. And these people pay these folks to be at the polls with their ballots to get folks to vote for them. They don't bend anymore know who they voting for. They don't know the history. They have not done the research. They'll go and vote for the same. Well, I'm just going to vote for the same person. They're already in office, and that same person has not done anything for our community. But we will consistently put them back into office because they sound good, because they have a hoop and a holler. It just has to sound good. Although they ain't producing nothing for the black community. Well, anything that they've done, it don't make no sense. But they've connected with the right people and they sound good. They got the money to put themselves on ballots. They have to pay to put themselves on ballots. And we don't do the research and we'll go and vote for these same people. Okay. And these same people actually hijack and manipulate the black community. You know, with some people concerned about some stuff last night, and I didn't say a whole lot about it, but I had received some text messages. And they was able to trace the location. And it's a shame before God how these people get themselves put into stuff. Because can't nobody intimidate me. I'm not that easy to intimidate. Because even if there are some crooked people, there's still some good people. And they stand behind me. They stand on the side of me. And they stand in front of me. Okay. That's why you don't see me changing up. I stand firm on what I believe because I understand what's going on, especially in the social media world. It's a shame how our people are willing to sell out the future of our people because they know we're ill informed and they do it for money. So people can talk about the higher ups and things of that nature. But the higher ups couldn't be as powerful if we didn't take crumbs to go along with the agenda. We're so easily bought off. Okay. And a lot of these people that are bought off ain't on drugs. We talk about the ones that are on drugs a lot. But what about the ones that aren't? That's just plain evil. And you have a lot of these women that are so willing, and they just let men send them out. They don't give a damn about their kids, because messing with me gonna get you in jail away from your kids, because I'm not gonna play with you. But I think as a woman, it kind of breaks my heart because I see how lost a lot of our sisters are. You don't even know a lot of these people. You just carry out an agenda. Go do this, go do that. I can't stand a person that sends somebody out. But it's amazing to me how people are willing to do it. And it's because they're kind of messed up on the inside. Can't get them to carry out nothing good. But they willing and ready to go start trouble. And a lot of them ain't even being paid to do it. So y'all, I guess what I have to say about that video and all of that stuff that was emailed to me, keep an open mind. You got these prosecutors and these investigators, and know that we can't group everybody together just because you hear people say all the time, well, black people this, and we'll say, well, just because you've seen some black people do some evil things, we get mad when people say all black people are lazy and things of that nature. And we get mad because we understand that all black people are not like that, just like all white people are not racist. So we can't say that every police officer at MPD is crooked, okay? Because each individual is different. Everybody ain't out to try to get these people. Now, if some of these folks, if somebody is innocent, they need to open their mouth. They need to open their mouth and not put themselves through that, because you can't say, well, I ain't no rat, but you were on the scene, and expect for the people to not convict you, and there's evidence that you was there. What you need to do is save yourself. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Cause see, I don't get into that. This person a rat, that person a rat. If they wrong, they need to be convicted. If they know something else, cause see, I'm not gonna have more loyalty to somebody else than I have for myself. And I got kids and things of that nature. If you know something, you need to open your mouth so you can get home to your kids. If you don't do that, that means you got more loyalty to somebody else. That's if you weren't involved, because they have not presented their case yet. Okay, so I don't know what all evidence they got. But just because somebody tell me something, just because somebody's father say they're not guilty, don't mean that they're not. Everybody parents think that they're not guilty. Hell, I've set up and said before, when people have come to me and said, I got cousins that I know that's in the street. Your cousin did that, and I say, I don't. I've said before, I don't believe that. When in the back of my mind, I knew he probably did it. With no murder or nothing. Okay, but that's how families are. Nobody wants to believe that, and I'm not saying that he didn't do it. I'm just saying that would be expected. So when people want to know what I think I'm going to wait to see the evidence and not jump to conclusions, because I'm not easily led. If I can't trace it back myself, and you have to have all of the evidence, you have to know what the prosecutors and the police have, and we don't know everything that they have. People sitting up talking about, we want to see Dolph going to the store. Them folks got that stuff. They got every video that was around that area. They're not going to mess their case up, and they don't owe us that. It has never happened in any other case. So people use that to try to get you emotional and it don't change anything because it's not bothering the authorities. It's a lot of people gonna end up over there at the lakeside, letting people push their agenda on them. And it makes me so mad because this is something that has been happening to Black people. When you're talking about these main medias, how they push their agenda off on us. And then we got Black people, and I know it's some that are plants. This we know that are lying and being paid and pushing their agenda off instead of trying to inform the people and tell them the truth. Okay. It's a shame before God how we're doing anything for money. So people want to know, do I feel like that situation with Cornelius, do I think that he's innocent? I don't know. The prosecutors have not presented their evidence. So I'm gonna have to wait that one out because he will have his day in court. I'm not going to make a decision and I don't know everything that they got. So at this point, I believe the investigators. And then when they start presenting their stuff in court, whenever that is, I'll be able to get back with you on that. Okay. I have not seen anything to make me believe that, that he didn't do this, other than what his dad say. And I would say that my daughters didn't do it. I wouldn't want to believe that my daughters did anything like that. I'd be trying to find every reason to believe that they didn't because no parent wants to believe that. Okay? No parent wants to believe that. So, as far as Cornelius and Straight Drop, they'll get their day in court. People talking about they feel like was Dolph kidnapped. Y'all, we got to stop letting people do us like that. And I'm serious. We do. I don't know where that originated from. I don't even want to know. But I could tell you right now, I flat out don't believe that. Period. Some of these people just having fun with us. With a lot of people. And it's all good because you can do that on the internet, as long as, when people was trying to threaten these slickly intimidate these witnesses and witness tampering and things of that nature, that was criminal. Okay. So now I feel, in my opinion, that a lot of these people see that they may be being watched as far as trying to witness tamper and doing criminal things. The only thing left to do now is really just try and confuse the people. There's no crime against that because even with trying to confuse the people, it does not change the case. It does not affect the case. So I'm just like I said, I don't really have the energy to consistently change something every other day. You know, um, it appears to me that there were a lot of people that wanted Dolph gone. Okay, it's not that hard. They was consistently trying to take that boy up out of here because of jealousy and hate. And it was a lot of people, I believe, that knew it was going to happen, and they didn't have no issues with it because deep down inside, they had jealousy for him. Now they're seeing that his artists could rise up because he taught them independent. Y'all, this is about not shitting on the record labels. And you got nappy neck Negroes that go right along with it for some money. They try and destroy any Black person that finds a way to cut them out. And the man was independent. You got people that was jealous because they caught up and signed to 3, 4 different deals and ain't really making the money that they claim. They was mad because they contract screwed up. They wanted him to share the same pain. These folks ain't balling like they say they balling. Just about everything a lot of these people got is on credit. They get it for free. Or they just advertising it for a company. They have to take it right back. They mad at Dog because he can walk up in there and buy his stuff. We saw him paying for his stuff. A lot of them can't wasn't able to do that. And even in this man's death, they still spewing out that hate. It's a shame before God. It's a shame before God. How infected people are with jealousy to the point that they spewing that same stuff out on this man's artist. These are young men. Now they scared Key Glock gonna rise up. The only thing that I hope about Key Glock is that he put that cup down. Okay? Because we know that a lot of them are drinking that lean. Some of them drink it to try to drink their pain away. Some of them just junkies. I hope he put that cup down because God is blessing him and I want to see him go far. I'm going to always. Because, see, I know he wasn't behind Dolph's death. Pray for him and pray for the rest of them because I want to see them live Dolph's dream. I don't want to see them out there spinning. Okay? I don't. Last night I had they sent somebody over here to take a police report. I didn't want no police report taken because I can handle myself. But it lets me know that they're tired of people and they see what's going on. It's something more sinister going on. And the people are whoever these people are, that's why I know that there are some good people that is working for Dolph. Regardless of what they try to tell you, there are some people that truly want to see justice for Dolph, and we have to pray for those ones because there are some that's working hard for justice, and trying to mislead the people on the internet is not going to change that. Okay? If there are some people that's charged, there's going to be some more people charged that has nothing to do with this case. And because of how high profile this case is, and everybody is looking, ain't nobody going to be charged that shouldn't. Okay? Because everybody is looking. But if there are some, then I don't want nobody to have to go to jail that ain't did nothing. But they got to understand if they truly haven't, they got to open their mouth and talk. You can't have more loyalty to somebody else than you have for yourself. Okay? Because the goal is to get these people off of the street that is destroying our community. But it's hard for that to happen when you got people constantly selling out their very own community for nickels and dimes. Okay? Because a lot of these vloggers are flat foot plants. And they know I understand. So that's why I say, just wait it out. Just wait it out. It'll all come out. It will. But don't be so easily misled. And like I said, everybody on here ain't a plant. There are some people on here that truly want justice for Dolph. There's some people on here with some platforms that people listen to. And they go after those people to try and confuse them. They have different vloggers that work together with different personalities. If one rub them the wrong way, they got another one that's working right with him that go at them in another angle. But it's really all the same agenda, and that's to keep the people misled. The message might be a little different, but really the same agenda, and that is to mislead people and confuse the people, which ain't no crime because they couldn't care less about the case. But some of these folks just doing a job, okay? They're just doing a job. That's why some of these people get so mad when they can't mislead you. Because everybody have their own difference of opinion. When I first started vlogging about this case, and we know exactly who it was angry as hell and was sending threats. Like this was from another vlogger. That's how you know, we know he being paid. Because if you feel like what you saying is true, you don't try to bully nobody else into believing it. You just put out what you're gonna put out and go on with your life. Okay, well, this is what I believe. They gonna believe it or they not gonna believe it. I'm through. You don't start sending people to try to push your agenda and to try to bully folks or discredit people when they don't believe you or you can't change their minds. That's how you know a plant for sure that's being paid. That's a person that's being paid. They're being paid to push a false agenda. And it's sad that now that we have a form of media, after the main medias have pushed the wrong agenda or or kept us blinded for so long, we don't get on here and tell the truth. We get on here and bullshit and lie. A lot of us. And people are so easily misled. But I'll say this in closing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait to see the evidence they got. And they ain't got to show me nothing until the trial. That's what a lot of people don't understand. You don't ruin your case. When has the police ever had to show a curious public anything before a trial? It has never happened and it never will. Okay? Stop allowing people to give us that sense of urgency. Well, it must be this. No, don't. It must not be. It has never happened before. Okay? It has never happened before. But I'm getting ready to get off of here because we got to be out on a case early this morning. But I just want for people to use their heads. And just because somebody says something doesn't mean that it's true. Use your head and stay calm. Stay calm and watch. The truth will start coming out. So I'm not going to answer all of those emails and stuff. I feel the same way I've always felt because I have not seen anything to make me feel different because the trial has not started. Okay? Be still and watch. Once you be still and watch, you'll see. Pay attention. Pay attention and don't be so emotional and misled. Keep your emotions out of stuff because the moment your emotions tap in, people are able to control you. So that's why they try to get you. That is a strategy, especially with black people. Get them emotional because once you get emotional, you start doing things and saying things that you probably wouldn't have said if you kept a clear mind. That's why people get pissed off when they can't get you emotional. They keep going and they keep going and they keep going. Even when you get mad, that's an emotion. It scares people when they can't really get a reaction out of you. When you go, well, no, I'm gonna stand back and I'm gonna watch and see. I don't want to see nobody that's not guilty, convicted, but I'm gonna watch and I'm gonna see. I can't make no decision right now on that. That scares a Negro with an agenda. Okay. and it makes them mad. They start trying to discredit you and everything else. No, I'm gonna just stand back and watch. I'm gonna see what's going on. It's too early to make a decision. You'll know when they got an agenda, it's gonna piss them off every time because they want to get you emotional. And once you start getting emotional, you start doing things. You start calling other people liars, especially those that might have the truth. People fear people with the truth. They fear people that's going to tell people step back and watch, don't make no decisions at this point because they have an agenda. Okay? They have an agenda. But I want you all to have a happy Sunday. I am getting ready to get off of here because I got to get out of here. My investigator's going to be pissed off at me because we got to be posted up. Well, they probably already are. I want you all to have a happy Sunday. I love you all. Be blessed.